Ever get the feeling that something you've always admired might be too good to be true? Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively have long been hailed as Hollywood's golden couple, charming, witty, and seemingly flawless. But recent controversies suggest there's a lot more going on behind the scenes. From lawsuits and rumored outbursts to big-name directors slamming Ryan's work, cracks in their perfect image are beginning to show. Could it be that the playful banter and polished red carpet appearances have masked a darker reality? Today, we're diving into all the shocking allegations and behind-the-scenes whispers about Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively that may leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. The $400 million lawsuit and harassment allegations. In a swirl of controversy, an enormous $400 million lawsuit has put a glaring spotlight on Blake Lively's inner circle. While Blake has often been perceived as the sweet, stylish half of this power couple, the lawsuit ties her to a high-stakes clash involving actor and filmmaker Justin Baldoni. Allegations of harassment and defamation have surfaced, with each side offering conflicting versions of events. Rumor has it that Justin claims Blake tried to discredit him, effectively hijacking one of his upcoming projects and tarnishing his name. For fans, this news feels like a bombshell. How could the sunny, irreproachable Blake Lively be tangled up in a bitter legal battle worth hundreds of millions of dollars? Some might say it's just the cost of doing business in Hollywood, where drama often comes in outsized forms. But others see it as an early sign that there might be more behind the carefully curated social media posts and red carpet pictures. Either way, it serves as a stark reminder that no star is untouchable when serious accusations start to pile up. Ryan Reynolds catapulted to a new level of stardom after the massive success of Deadpool. But behind the scenes, not everyone was sharing in the fun. TJ Miller, who played Weasel in the film, didn't hold back in interviews after production wrapped. He claimed Ryan treated him with disdain on set, seizing every opportunity to emphasize his own star power. TJ spoke openly about awkward moments where Ryan would allegedly belittle his contributions in front of the crew, behavior that can quickly sour any working relationship. But TJ Miller isn't alone in his grievances. Tim Miller, the Deadpool director, stunned fans when he walked away from the sequel, citing creative differences. However, industry insiders whispered that Tim found it impossible to collaborate with Ryan once the actor became the face and voice of the franchise. The situation grew so toxic that Tim decided to leave, forfeiting a potential blockbuster project rather than continue dealing with Ryan's demands. Seeing both a co-star and a director publicly step back from working with Ryan under less than friendly circumstances led fans to ask whether these outbursts are isolated incidents or part of a pattern. Rebecca Ferguson and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's alleged support, while TJ Miller named Ryan outright, others have been more cryptic. Actress Rebecca Ferguson shared a distressing story about a co-star who verbally tore her down on set, causing her to walk away from filming in tears. Though she didn't mention Ryan by name, many observers connected the dots, especially after Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson praised Ferguson for holding her ground. The Rock's public encouragement appeared to co-sign her version of events, adding fuel to the speculation that a bigger star, potentially Ryan, had crossed serious lines of professional decency. Rebecca recounted how she felt powerless as she was yelled at in front of the entire production crew. She had no support system because her counterpart was number one on the call sheet, making it too risky for others to speak up. That kind of imbalance of power isn't unheard of in Hollywood, where reputations and status can override common respect. Dwayne Johnson offering his own applause for Ferguson's courage suggests that there might be an unspoken wave of solidarity among those who've encountered a similar situation. It paints a vivid picture of an on-set environment far removed from the light-hearted comedic persona Ryan portrays in public. Of course, it isn't just co-stars and lesser-known figures who voiced frustration about Ryan Reynolds. Legendary filmmaker Quentin Tarantino didn't mince words when asked about Ryan's career, bluntly calling him a well-paid actor with zero memorable projects to his name. Tarantino made it crystal clear that he isn't interested in teaming up for any Ryan-led film because, in his view, the projects lack substance. That's a stinging dismissal, especially coming from a director revered for his uncompromising vision and cinematic hits. Then there's Chris Columbus, the visionary behind the iconic Home Alone, who was reportedly livid at Ryan's pitch for a stoner-inspired reboot titled Stoned Alone. Columbus slammed the idea as insulting to the spirit of the original and refused to give it any room for serious discussion. For fans, hearing these big names scorn Ryan's endeavors can be jarring. Isn't he the charismatic star who brought so many comedic roles to life? Whether you chalk these statements up to creative differences or fundamental disagreements on what quality means, the fact remains, powerful Hollywood figures are openly scoffing at Ryan's ideas. And if that weren't enough, Gerard Butler took a direct shot at Ryan when someone compared Gamer to Free Guy. Butler responded, "I don't watch Ryan Reynolds movies." A pointed remark that told the world exactly how he feels. These are not mild quips or offhand jokes. They're strong public condemnations that cast doubt on Ryan's supposed universal likability. Digging deeper into the personal side of things, Ryan's first marriage to Scarlett Johansson ended abruptly, and it appears jealousy and insecurity played a significant role. Scarlett has hinted that controlling behavior was central to their split, especially as her own career skyrocketed with Marvel roles in Iron Man 2 and The Avengers, while Ryan struggled to replicate that level of success. The tension built up and eventually unraveled their relationship. Interestingly enough, Ryan met Blake Lively on the set of Green Lantern while he was still married to Scarlett. Before long, he and Scarlett were parting ways, fueling speculation that overlap in these romances may have played a role. Blake and Ryan went on to become the picture-perfect duo for paparazzi and fans alike, but rumors lingered about controlling patterns continuing behind closed doors. If those old habits indeed persist, could it be that Blake is now confronting them firsthand? Or is the entire narrative overblown, a result of Hollywood tabloids feeding on sensational rumors? The truth remains elusive, but the swirling gossip has certainly put their once pristine image under scrutiny. What about the people who used to be Ryan's close friends? Jake Gyllenhaal and Ryan look like BFFs during their press tour for the sci-fi thriller Life. They goofed around in interviews, posted selfies, and generally seemed inseparable. Fast forward a couple of years, and now it's as if they've never crossed paths. Fans noticed that Jake stopped talking about Ryan entirely, refusing to even mention his name in recent press events. While neither party has publicly announced a falling out, the abrupt end to their on-camera camaraderie has prompted questions about whether Ryan's rumored temper or insecurities tested that bond. Industry whispers mention a behind-the-scenes incident that Jake apparently found impossible to overlook. Perhaps Ryan's comedic persona crossed a line into personal territory, or maybe creative differences caused friction. In either case, a once promising friendship in Hollywood quickly faded into radio silence. Meanwhile, Morena Baccarin, who played a pivotal role in the first Deadpool, got drastically reduced screen time in the sequel. Fans speculated that a dispute with Ryan led to her diminished presence, especially when she was conspicuously absent from promotional events. She was seen standing off to the side at premieres, not mingling with the cast, which left many suspecting that she'd been quietly sidelined. Though official statements haven't emerged, it fits into the larger pattern of friction building around Ryan's sets. Taking all of these controversies together, TJ Miller's on-set complaints, Tim Miller's abrupt exit, Rebecca Ferguson's veiled references, Chris Columbus's outrage, Quentin Tarantino's harsh critique, Scarlett Johansson's descriptions of a difficult ex, and the disquieting lawsuit hovering around Blake, it's hard to avoid one central question. Have Ryan and Blake been performing a carefully orchestrated act all along? Hollywood absolutely loves a flawless couple, especially one that exchanges playful jokes on Twitter and shares adorable family anecdotes. Yet these swirling allegations suggest a harsher reality lurking beneath the polished facade. If co-stars and industry heavyweights are calling Ryan out for toxic behavior or creative arrogance, and Blake is embroiled in a massive legal battle, how genuine is that positive social media presence? There's a stark contrast between the breezy couple you see joking about their kids online and the substantial number of industry insiders stepping forward with jaw-dropping stories. While nobody's perfect and Hollywood can be unforgiving, this sheer volume of negativity casts an undeniable shadow. Could it be that we're finally seeing the real Ryan Reynolds? Or is this just a collection of misunderstandings amplified by gossip-hungry tabloids and feuding collaborators? The truth may lie somewhere in between, but either way, the couple's Teflon reputation is taking noticeable hits. Despite everything, Ryan and Blake still enjoy massive fan support and a high profile in Hollywood. Whether these controversies will spiral further or eventually die down is anyone's guess. Will the $400 million lawsuit escalate, drawing in more high-powered lawyers and even bigger headlines? Are we going to see more co-stars come out with allegations of on-set tensions or controlling behavior? Or will Ryan and Blake stage a major PR comeback, offering a heartfelt explanation that quells the rumors? For now, the once unquestioned fairy tale image is showing more than a few cracks. Fans may find themselves rewatching interviews, analyzing every awkward glance, or reevaluating comedic quips in a new light. The real question isn't just about whether Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively have skeletons in their closet. It's about how they'll handle these swirling accusations. Will they come clean, or will they rely on their star power to weather the storm and maintain their grip on Hollywood's A-list? Only time will tell. One thing's for sure. No matter how carefully managed a celebrity brand appears, nobody in Tinseltown is beyond reproach when the spotlight turns uncomfortably bright. Hit that subscribe button and join the Love and Celebrity community. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Love and Celebrity.